Hi guys. In this video, I'm going to talk about whether or not ABDL and adult diapers are sexual. So, for me, no, they are not. ABDL is not a sexual thing, neither are adult diapers. So, why I'm talking about this is that, I want to move on from this subject, you know what I mean? But the reason why I'm talking about this is because a lot of my videos have been getting age restricted. And mostly it's my videos where I'm reviewing adult diapers, or if I'm wearing an adult diaper and I'm talking about it. So for me, I'm somebody who's incontinent, and I've been incontinent for most of my life. Ever since I was very young, I've been incontinent. And I've had to wear adult diapers. I had to go to school in adult diapers. And, I was all alone with this problem that I had. I didn't know anybody else who was incontinent. And it was tough. It was tough. So, I know that there's a lot of people out there who are young and are incontinent, and they don't have any sort of support system. So, a while back, I started making videos about incontinence and reviewing different adult diapers. Long story short, I started reviewing ABDL adult diapers because they're very good quality, and I need very, very high capacity adult diapers because of my style of incontinence that I have. So, I was alone with incontinence, and it took me a long time to figure out how to manage that. And I didn't get any support system, you know what I mean? People with incontinence don't support each other. They just kind of isolate themselves and, struggle alone. And, once I started reviewing ABDL adult diapers, I started getting a lot of subscribers who are ABDL, a lot of people commenting on my videos who are ABDL, and a lot of them are also incontinent. And it's great because it just feels good to not be alone and having to deal with this, you know what I mean? So the incontinence, community, there isn't one, and there's no support from each other. But ABDL, I get people, thanking me for my advice they've given them, talking about, oh, I like these diapers, you should try those. And it makes me feel normal. It makes me feel like there's nothing wrong with me. If you grow up having incontinence, you feel like you're broken, like there's something wrong with you, and you can't tell anybody, and it's hard. It's really, really hard, guys. And ABDL is a completely different story. There's thousands, probably millions of people who are ABDL, and they're all very friendly and open, and it makes you feel normal. It makes you feel like there's a place for you in the world, And so I'm kind of getting off of the topic I wanted to talk about, and that is ABDL sexual? And so I've done a lot of research on ABDL, and I know a lot of ABDLs, and I know that ABDL and adult diapers can be sexual. But for me, it's not sexual. For most of the people I've talked to, especially ones that are incontinent and then became ABDL, is not sexual. So, like an adult diaper is underwear. Underwear can be sexual. Anything can be sexual, guys. So, why would you point at something and assume that it's sexual? And I think the reason is because it's different. and people don't understand. So a lot of people are very driven by what they're into sexually, you know what I mean? And it's not helpful. It is not helpful at all to just assume everything you don't understand, oh, well, that must be a sexual thing. So for me, ABDL has given me a lot of benefits so far. So I've just started, experimenting with ABDL not too long ago. I've been wearing ABDL diapers for a long time, but I've just recently gotten into ABDL clothing, and like playing with toys, and I've got my stuffed animal. His name's Pamper, by the way, if you didn't catch that last video where I revealed his new name. His name's Pamper. So, oh, come here, Pamper, where are you going? And he's being shy. He doesn't want to be on the video. But for me, it's a way to make me feel, and it's very counterintuitive, you know what I mean? But it's a way for me to feel normal. It's a way for me to feel like there's nothing wrong with me. And because there's other people like me who engage with me and talk to me and make me feel wanted and make me feel appreciated and make me feel like there's nothing wrong with me. Yeah, that's the only way I can say it, you know what I mean? It makes me feel accepted. It makes me feel good. And that's the engaging with other people, like the comments and stuff like that. Other than that, it also makes me feel very relaxed and comfortable. So it feels good to, after a long day dealing with like the adult world, to just come home and be around bright colors and soft textures and just playing with toys. It's a very good way to clear your mind and relax and not think about the things in your adult life that stress you out. So in many ways it's like a form of meditation. So I really don't care what people think, you know what I mean? I've been getting nasty comments since I started making these ABDL videos. I get some really nasty comments, and it's very strange, guys, because I never got like mean comments when I did my incontinence videos. But now that I do these ABDL videos, it's like there's people that seek it out. Well, they will search adult baby just so they can go harass people. Like I've had to, block people from my channel, calling me like gay slurs because of how, what I want to do in my house, which does not affect anybody. How I cope with my stress, how I relax at the end of the day, what I wear, is so triggering to some of these people, and they're like, "Oh, you're a pervert, you're a deviant." It's like, what about playing with toys and dressing like a baby is sexual? It makes absolutely zero sense to me. It's not. I mean, for some people it is, and it can be, which, by the way, is perfectly fine. Who cares? I mean, everybody wears shoes. Shoes can be sexual. There are people with shoe fetishes. But, I mean, everybody wears shoes. Everybody wears underwear. If you're incontinent, your underwear, it just happens to be adult diapers. Some people get turned on by underwear. Some people get turned on by adult diapers. That doesn't mean that everybody does. And it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. If you are turned on by something like that, if you're turned on by shoes, if you're turned on by diapers, if you're turned on by being an adult baby, there's nothing wrong with that anyway. You know what I mean? And, I do want to emphasize that, because even though, it's not a sexual thing for me, and I want to be clear that it's not, because I just want to be honest with you guys, I don't want to give off the impression that I think that it shouldn't be a sexual thing, because there's nothing wrong with that. If you enjoy it in any way, if it helps you relax, if it helps you with your anxiety, if it helps you get sexual gratification, those are all valid reasons to do it, guys. I mean, there are a lot worse things that people are into. And when I say worse, I mean like things that aren't healthy. You know what I mean? There are some people that get turned on by gaining a bunch of weight, which is very bad for your health. There are people that are into dangerous things. And this is something that does not hurt the person doing it. It doesn't hurt anybody. It doesn't affect anybody in any way. And if you're not hurting anybody with what you're doing, and it doesn't affect anybody in a negative way, then you should not feel guilty about it. So, even though adult diapers and ABDL is not sexual for me, it can be sexual for you, and it's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. With that being said, I don't believe that the age restrictions for adult diaper reviews make sense. The reason why is, when I most would have needed these type of videos is when I was 12. I became incontinent when I was 12 years old, and it was so hard. There was no information. I had to figure it all out on my own. If I was 12 and I could have watched videos explaining how to keep diapers from leaking, and how to put them on properly, and, knowing what products work for what symptoms, that would have helped me out tremendously, whenever I was young. So, incontinence is something that, a lot of people assume, oh, well, incontinence, it's just for people that are like really old, or they have an injury and they're in a wheelchair, yada yada yada. But it's not true, guys. Like, incontinence is something that can affect everybody. There are some people who are born incontinent and are incontinent their entire life. Then there's also people like me who developed their incontinence because of puberty. Puberty triggered my incontinence. And there's people that just, they could get prostate cancer, or, there's a lot of reasons why people develop incontinence, and it affects people from all ages. And it's not a sexual thing. Incontinence isn't, and neither is ABDL. Like I said, for some people it is, but I think most people who are ABDL are like me, you know what I mean? Like, they do it for the other benefits. They don't do it because it's a sexual thing. I don't get anything sexual out of doing this. The idea is, it's silly to me. I'm not saying that it's silly that, it's something that you're into sexually. It's just, it does not compute with me. It's just that connection isn't there. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense to me. So, yeah, I don't know. I really want to move away from this topic about these age restrictions, because it's a very negative thing to talk about, and I've already talked about it a bunch of times. So I'm going to try really, really hard to not talk about it. But thanks for listening to me, guys. It really does help out. And thanks for commenting on my videos and being there for me. It really has made my life better. Um, Making these videos, the ABDL stuff, I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying all of it, guys. And so thanks for being on my journey with me. And yeah, until next time. So me and Pamper, we're not going to listen to the haters. We're going to do what makes us happy, guys. And you should do what makes you happy too. And I hope you like this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, thanks, guys.